Shalom, Kudoshim, and other folks. I am just about to, I was going to go skiing to the store, but right now I am lighting an ace to show you how it's done in a wood stove. As you see in the wood stove, I got, uh, paper. I got this paper right here, cardboard on top. That's how you start out. Leave the door wide open. And I have my matches right here, as you can see. I'm gonna put this phone down so I can light this match. Just light the match, and you rub it across the coarse part of the whatever you call it, package. And then you just light the paper. I'm lighting the paper right now. Oh man. Alright, see? Yeah, the paper lit, and of course you just leave the door open for now. Just leave the door wide open. There's no reason to close it. I mean, actually, there's no reason you ever need to close it, because if you do close it, I found out that through experience that it leaks smoke, and it smokes the whole place up. But if you leave it open, the smoke actually goes out through the vent, because it's getting plenty of oxygen, and it goes out through the vent like it's supposed to. Yeah, I usually I go in here, I warm my hands up, or I even stick my face in here, kind of. But just be careful, because when it gets too hot, it's like I might swear, or I have to move back real quick, and when it burns me. But just be careful, and don't stick it too close, but just close enough where it warms up my hand, my fingers, my face. Nice look in there, Now I can add the wood, right? Now I can add the wood to it. Piece of wood. And then once that wood gets burned, then I can add a log, but I don't think I'm going to be staying here that long. I need to, burn a log, and I need to burn a log. I'm just showing you how it's done. And I want to talk about some things, like how we need to come to grips with the cold hard truth and cold hard reality. Because if we don't, and we believe delusions, or believe lies, or trust the government too much, or trust anyone too much, you gotta find that balance, folks. You gotta find a good balance, you can't, and I mean, you can't be running around paranoid. It's no good to be paranoid, but also it's no good to trust people too much, like the government. To trust them too much, they'd never allow, us to be sold food or medicine that's harmful to us, and they never practice population control anywhere. They never do any of these things. We have to accept the cold, hard truth, the sad truth that they actually do those things. Well, so we can't trust them too much, but then at the same time, it does no good to be paranoid and think, oh, so they must be after me. Yeah, someone must be after me to hurt me. But even keeping in mind, even if someone is after you, you think someone is after you, you have to remember not to fear them. I mean, because we're commanded in the Bible not to fear man, right? And not to fear those who kill the body. There's a verse that says, fear not those who kill the body, but only him who is able to cast both the body and soul into hell. But it does help that, I mean, it certainly helps to have, I mean, at the same time, we need to remember to take care of our thoughts, folks. Yeah, this fire's going, looks like it's going out on me already. But, it's going out on us. But, there's perhaps not enough cardboard in there. I had a feeling I didn't put enough cardboard in there, but I just want to show you, this is my gratitude journal. And this is the last page, I mean, this is my gratitude journal, this is the last page. This is today's. Today I wrote, second Yom of the week, 13th of the 11th month, 5,786. That's today's date. I'm thankful that I have parents that will drive me some places for my skis and that I found a nice looking but not too expensive wool hat to buy. Now this is, I mean, I write at least three things I'm thankful, three, good things I had to be thankful for every day. Some days, 7 things. And she's Phil. I've been doing this for a while. Actually, my case manager is who told me to do this. And they go, well, it's not a sin, right? There's nothing wrong with it, so why not? So I started doing it. But even before that, I was always thinking, Yehovah Elohim, like every time I ate before the food and all that. But now I still thinking for the food every time I eat or drink or consume anything, or eat snow. Even I thinking for the snow that there is to eat. It's snowing out right now, if you can see. Hallelujah! So thankful. I love the snow. Looks pure. It says in the Bible, he washes us white as snow when we confess and repent our sins. He washes us white as snow. It's just pure. It's beautiful. And it's fun to go out in too. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it helps to see all the good things, to see the good in people and see the good in the world. It's more than just helps. I mean, it's essential, right? Just not to be like depressed, not to be depressed and negative all the time, And I mean, it's essential just to see the good in, if there's any good in people, to see it, and any good in nature and any good in the world at all, to recognize it and focus on it. But like I was just saying, we also have to accept the bad things and accept reality, accept the cold hard truth, and accept things that like the medical system isn't helping anybody, and it's no good, that the medical system they have in this country now is no good, and it's not helping anyone at the least, if not hurting people and practicing population control, like in the hospitals and all that crap. But you have to accept and recognize all the truth, and then, I mean, learn, not just believe anything, not just believe what other people say, like people that lie, people that I know to be liars, or have told lies before. Like I don't just believe anything they say unless I know, from experience that it's the truth. Unless I know from experience, from my own experience, that it's the truth, and I don't believe it. I'm not foolish enough to just believe what I'm told. But right, joy. I hope to have joy, to be grateful. Like even told my mom I was feeling on edge today, and like even though I had that lemon balm tea, I was still feeling on edge, and I was like, well, I feel like I could use a beer, and she said just go skiing, so that's what I'm doing. I mean, I never had a beer. I'm just about to go skiing, about to go to the store, go out. Uh, we'll get some exercise. Exercise helps. Um, just getting out, like outside helps, and getting out of that crazy place, and just getting exercise, and but also just focusing on all the good, all the things I had to be grateful for, all the good things in my life, all the things I've been blessed with, and and it's the same for anyone. You focus on if you keep thinking about those and keep thanking Elohim for those, for like everything every good thing that you know you can be thankful for. You thank him for it, and that's what I do. I mean, that's what I be doing like every day. I may not pray every day or asking for or do some long prayer or pray for others or asking for all these things every day, but I certainly thank him every day. Like every time I eat, every time I drink, unless I like pour the cup of Mayim and I already thanked him for it, and I just like having another cup. Maybe I don't do it, but otherwise, if it's something new, like something different, I thank him for it. And or it's been a while, I thank him for it. But yeah, I suppose I've said all I need to say to you. Like I said, I'm just trying to help you folks. You think I'm a crazy person. You don't want to believe the truth. Well, that's your choice. But I mean, I'm just trying to help people, telling them, you know, like for one thing, we need to accept the fact that Elohim could not be real. That's another hard truth that we need to accept. Like I'm not saying he isn't real for sure, but we need to accept the fact that he could not be real and there could be no heaven. Like this life could be all there is. Just all you gotta come to grips with the hard. That's the idea. You have to come to grips with the hard truth, with the cold reality, or else you just be woken. You'll be woken up to it anyway. It'll just hit you in the face and traumatize you and shock you and catch you by surprise if you don't, folks. Like today, like all that noise from the damn roads, like that, I was hearing all this traffic noise. I hear aircraft right now. There's this truck flying by, like that's clearing the roads off, which I hate. They're clearing the roads off, so they're no good for skiing, or they even I noticed they even clear off it too much, like the side of the road they clear off, way off to the side, so it's like hard to even ski or run or walk in the snow, which a lot of people like to do, by the way, but that's just how the world is. That's just how it is these days. That's how they are. There's a system for you. But I mean, we have to accept it, let it be, but nothing we can do about it. But like I said, focusing on gratitude, the things you have to be thankful for, and even keeping the faith, trying, believing as long as you're doing what's right, as long as you're doing what's truly right, that Elohim is on your side, and that he'll, pull you through and protect you, and it all helps. I mean, by even being grateful for things that that you can see in reality, that are true. I mean, that helps too. And it helps you to have joy, which is one of the fruits of the Ruach, by the way. In the Bible, folks, is one of the fruits of the Spirit, joy. Or I mean, basically, I mean, we're basically commanded to have that too, so. Anyway, Shalom.